Good evening, my friend. Welcome to WDW Radio Live. A few minutes late. For that, I apologize. It is nice to see you. Deborah, it is a gorgeous evening here in Epcot Center. Sorry I'm late. Internet and crowds and not being able to find a spot was a challenge tonight. Jim, it is a nice quiet spot. I always feel like I always end up somehow in Japan for one reason or another, but oh God, that is not what I want to do. Imagine in Japan. I know, it's a shocker. My original intent was I was going to walk you around World Showcase. I was going to show you some of the holiday decorations. The Candlelight processional just ended. I tried to sort of get on a couple minutes early. That didn't work. But there are, it's very peoply. It is a very peoply night here in Epcot Center. I had a tough time even finding a spot, even here in my favorite location, which is Japan. Shocker. I know this is, every time I'm at Epcot it seems like I end up here, but I'm also going to be eating dinner in Japan tonight, so it's going to work out well for it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where we are, as long as we get to spend the time together. So, good to see you all. If you are watching here for the very first time, please let me know where you're watching from. Again, I apologize for the god-awful lighting and being late. This is what, it's nights like tonight, I'm like, this is it. This is the reason why I do the show from home so often, because especially this time of year, it gets dark so early, so it's hard to walk around, and sometimes on a night like tonight, it's very hard to find a spot, even just to walk on the promenade. My original thought of sort of walking around would not have been a good idea. So we'll spend a few minutes together, because I know this is also a very busy, hectic, wonderfully crazy time of year. Happy Hanukkah if you are celebrating. Even if you're not celebrating, Happy Hanukkah. It's a good excuse for potato latkes and matzo ball soup, of which I am a huge fan. So it is a win-win no matter what your faith or belief system is. So, but yeah, I know it's a crazy time. It's a very busy. I don't know how next week is Christmas Eve. Christmas just seemed to sneak up on me, and thank you, sweet Lord baby Jesus, for Amazon and Amazon Prime and overnight and same-day delivery, or else I would have a really tough time Christmas shopping this year. The holidays very much snuck up on me. And I think there's a lot of people out there are sort of not almost, didn't get the trees up early, didn't sort of get into the holiday spirit, and I don't know why. Because I do love Christmas. I do love this time of year. I get, getting to spend with family, with friends. But hopefully in the next couple of days, Christmas week, I will confess, my Christmas tree is up. It is not yet fully decorated. Because I was waiting for my daughter to come home too. So, but she's home with friends, so we'll have a family moment and decorate the tree. But it doesn't matter where you are or what you're doing. It's just a matter of Andrew Mallon, it is Festivus. There will be no feats of strength, but if you have kids, you'll see as your kids get older, they'll tell you all the things that you do wrong. They'll tell you all the grievances all the times, not even just around this time of year. So Jennifer says it's been a very tough year. I know, Jen, I know I see your posts about your mom, but always know that even if you've lost a relative or a parent or somebody close to you, I really do believe that, especially around this time of year, they are with us. I lost both my parents a number of years ago, which was awful because they did not leave me an instruction manual. So nobody gave an instruction manual when I had kids, which I thought was wild. You're letting me leave the hospital with a baby, and I don't know what. Give me stereo instructions. Give me something. Audio is a little low. I'll try and see if I can fix that here. Otherwise, I'll just do this. You know what? Move this a little bit closer. Is that better? I'm also trying out some new mics. I can't believe Christmas is next week. These are new mics, so I'm sort of getting used to. Do you think I've ever recorded? No, actually. Is that any better? Sean said, love the interview with Michael Fargo. Thank you very much. I love Michael Fargo. I love Michael Vargo. I really love what he and the D23 team have done in terms of expanding the offerings. I think really making it more of a community feel it has. When I told him this on the show, I really felt it at Destination D23, and I'm excited to see what is coming for D23, the Ultimate Disney Fan Event, which will always be 23 Expo. To me, if you listen to the show or watched it on YouTube, Michael also had a very special announcement that if you haven't watched it, I won't share it here, but one that got me and hopefully you very excited. So, missed you by a week, got to see you at Springs. Yeah, my schedule has just been crazy. I really try at the end of the year, I try not to book any sort of speaking and travel and events in December, other than a trip up to Pittsburgh to see my daughter. But it still has been again, I'll never complain about being busy or tired, and I'm both. But it's been a very, very busy December, which is why I don't know how it is December 17th already, and next week is Christmas Eve. So, but yeah, so I came out to Epcot tonight. My family is out here wandering around somewhere. Hopefully, they do not come over and try and photobomb things. But my daughter's been away at school since May, so I haven't seen her since then. So I figured an opportunity to spend a little bit of time in a very crowded park with my kids. So Rob, I am not at Wilderness Lodge. I am in a beautiful downtown Epcot Center, and my favorite pavilion, which is of course Japan. This is not what my original plan was. I did not intend to be here. I intended to sort of show you some of the things, but it is a crowded night. If there's also a Jollywood night party tonight, and there might also be a very merry tonight. So the other parks like Epcot are very, very, very crowded. So Paulette is on the auto train racing down to see you. Paulette, I will let you know that I have asked your daughter on multiple occasions when you are getting here, and I know she told me Thursday, but I like to just keep on asking her on a daily basis when you're getting here. I was literally just talking about potato latkes and matzo ball soup. I'm not saying I like yours better, but I like yours better, and that's all there is to it, and I'm fine with that, and she'll just have to get used to it. So, no very merry tonight. Well, everybody from Hollywood Studios who didn't have a Jollywood ticket, I think that they're here. And I just was walking by as Candlelight was, God, I love Candlelight so much. It is such a beautiful, no matter what your faith is, I think it's such a beautiful live performance that I love the fact is included with your tickets. Tonight, I don't remember her name. She's somebody said that I think she's a Christian singer. But I think last night or the night before was Henry Winkler, which I would have loved to see. So Claire just said, made my day to meet you at Polynesian this weekend. Claire, it was a pleasure to meet you as well. Jennifer says Epcot was packed yesterday as well. Katsura Grill sounds good. Tonight, I'm actually at the request and ADR booking of my family. I'm going to Tepanetto. I don't know the last time I was there. It has to be, I'll bet you it's 10, 15 years since I've been to Tepanetto, but I love me some good hibachi, and that's what you know. Kendall Foreman, Merry Christmas as well. I know I sent you a message. I promise after the first year, I definitely want to get together and have you on the show. And I love doing episodes with you. Although in January my schedule is cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. I'll share more as I get into January. I'm going to be, well, I guess I can say, I'm going to be heading out to California the first week. If anybody's going to be on the Walt Disney Studios lot on Thursday, January 8th, I'm going to be there for the screening of the Disneyland Forever, the Leslie Iwerks Disneyland documentary. It's being screened there. I was invited out to see it and cover it, so I'll be there. I'll be in Disneyland for a couple days. I'll be doing some other stuff over the studio some other days. So I'm excited to go to Disneyland for a little bit of a research trip for a project I'm working on. Then I am home. I go right to a conference, and then at the end of the month I start traveling. I'm gone most of February, good portion of March, but I have 2 kids in college, and not only do I need to keep them in college, but I hate being an empty nester, so I like Waterfall. So I'm not even really close to. So is this mic not working well? So Amy says that I think your audio is a little bad tonight. So is it this microphone? I want to make sure. Is it actually has Amy? Oh, wait a minute. Is it not actually using the external microphone? That could be part of the problem. Hold on. Test. I think you're right. The mic sounds fine to me. Hello? Is this thing on? I don't think the mic is on. You know, the software that I use sometimes gets a little kooky. Is it better now? Picking up ambient. Okay. Wave. Yeah, I don't know why it does this. Sometimes you need to sort of like unplug it and replug it back in. It is unfortunately a deficiency of the app. Sorry about that. And there's no way for me to tell. It says you're using an external mic, and clearly I was not using an external mic. So it's okay. This is the first time I've ever gone live, so I've never really done this before. So sorry about that. Let's see if I clip it on here. There you go. How's that? Does that work? Way better. Yeah, I've got to somehow figure out a way to better. Oh, guess you're climbing up there, aren't you? Oh boy. Yeah, I have to figure out a better way to monitor. This does not tell me. It said I was using my external mic. You don't even care. It doesn't matter. Sorry about that. I didn't realize that it was not working well. So it's so funny because every week I seem to have some sort of like technology issue, whether I'm home and I forget to take myself off mute, or if I'm out and the mics don't work. So, but Iggy, it is not the cool mic that splits up. There's a new mic I got from the same company that's even smaller. I'll take a picture of my setup. I have gotten so small and so efficient in my setup. It literally fits into my pocket, like everything I need, like tripod, light, battery backup, and microphones. So the microphones I use fit in here. The 2 microphones and a receiver, made by the same company. I'll show you next time I see you, Iggy, what they look like. And now when they finally are plugged in, clearly they work great. Do I do talks on leadership? So Kevin, I do talks on customer service and experience, lessons from Disney. I also do leadership lessons from Walt Disney and the Disney parks. Do a lot of like corporate speaking in that regard, sharing lessons from Disney that really can be applied to any business. And when I say any business, I mean any business. I've spoken to funeral directors before, and there's actually ways that we've been able to help them use leverage lessons from Disney. So those people right back there just came in and climbed up to the top of the rock, like going into the back where the Tengu statue is, which you're really not supposed to be doing, and it's pitch black. And I'm like, she is going to take a tumble, and I'm going to have it all captured right here. How do I talk more about it? So Kevin, you can just go to loumongello.com, and I have a speaking page there, and there's a form you can fill out. There's an inquiry form, or just email me, Lou at WDW Radio, with your details, and we can exchange emails or get on a call if we can. So Michael Dolan, I always do meetups during marathon weekend, and my travel plans recently changed. I'm going to be in California for marathon weekend. I'm going to try my best to get back for Sunday to cheer the full marathon. I don't know if I can do a meetup. We do a meetup with our running team at night, but I don't know. I'm frustrated at myself that I have not done a meetup of the month in months, and that is all on me, and I'm so sorry for that because it's such an important part of what we do together as a community. I promise to get better in 2026. Even if I have to do like meet of the month midweek somewhere, I will get back to doing it because I miss it. I've heard from a lot of you that you miss it, and I apologize for that. That is all on me and just the the craziness of my schedule, which I'm grateful for, but I'm very sorry that is one of the things that has suffered as a result of it. So to join the running team, Michael, just go to WDWRun.com. There's a form there you can fill out. Do that, and then someone will get back to you. If you do that and you don't hear from somebody in a week or so, just email me, lou@WDWRadio.com, and I'll make sure I take care of it for you. So also don't forget, even if you're not a runner, we have now a walking team, and by walking team I mean we've done one event so far. We did there's a Walk for Wishes in March of this year in Orlando. It's super fun. It's like 5 o'clock at night in Lake Eola, sponsored by, it's a Make-A-Wish event. It's 1 mile walk around Lake Eola, but there are games, and there is like free food and free entertainment and fireworks. It's a great fundraising opportunity. It's a great community opportunity. If you go to WDWRadio.com/ I think it's Walk for Wishes. It might be Walk for Wishes 26. I think if you either one of those two should work. You can join us. It's very simple. Even if you don't want to walk, if you can't walk, scooter, whatever, you want to do some fundraising, you want to donate, everything obviously goes to Make-A-Wish. So what am I most looking forward to while the kids are home for the holidays? Any traditions? So yeah, my daughter actually has her friend. Actually, last night it's not mine, it's theirs, but I just love, you're going to make me cry. I miss when my kids are there, just their presence in the house, just the noise of them in the house. And my daughter every year has her friends over a few nights before Christmas, and they do a gingerbread house building competition that I get to judge, and they did it last night, and I just, we ordered pizza and there's food and snacks, and I just love seeing them all there, and then when I go upstairs, just hearing them laugh all night. The conversations that I sometimes overhear are a little different now that they are seniors in college as opposed to, when they were in 6th grade, but I love that. And then Christmas Eve, my brother comes over, and it's just the 6 of us, and then Christmas Day, I have friends over. We play games and do white elephants and stuff like that. So, but Christmas Eve, that's always been the night that we have traditional foods that we always have. We do the 7 fishes, and then we do sausage at midnight, because we don't eat meat on Christmas Eve. But once it hits midnight, all bets are off. So we put Italian ring sausage on the grill with Italian bread, and it's one of my favorite things. So I was in Chicago. I had bought a Kringle for you, but I forgot to pack. You packed it in your belly, but that's okay, man. We'll definitely get together again soon, Iggy. Ray, good to see you, brother. Blessed Advent and Merry Christmas to you as well. My prayers and thoughts are with you, especially this time of year. So I'm just looking forward to having my kids home, even for my daughter's been home, but she's had friends, which is great. She has 2 friends staying with us. And he says, I think that's your brother's movie list at least once a week. I have to ask him. I think he's at 8,000. Is it 8? I think he's at 8. I wish I had a second phone so I could text him. I think he has 8,000. So that is his thing. He is a huge, huge, huge movie buff, and he's been hand entering his reviews of movies into a Word document for I don't even know how many years. It's got to be 30 years he's been doing it. He's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, but we all have our thing, right? We all have our thing. So what is your personal or your family's holiday tradition? Whether it's a Christmas tradition, whether it's a Hanukkah tradition, whether it's just a spirit of the season tradition, what is one of your traditions that you look forward to and that you do and celebrate every year? I see somebody just sent in your, 2 people just sent in their form for the running team. That's awesome that we got it. I'll make sure it gets taken care of. Kyle, I have no snacks in front of me. I am snack free. And not only that, I didn't even eat any snacks while I've been here. We're gonna do hibachi tonight, so I'm gonna save my appetite for hibachi. So, Chris Vin says, "I'd love." So we do a lot of games. So we do the oven mitt game. We do We do a white elephant, like when my friends come over, we do a white elephant exchange. We do the oven mitt game. I did couple other games last year. I got to get on top of that. Michael Dolan has breakfast at Vero at Disney, at Vero Disney every year for Christmas. Grace Corba, 12 dishes on Christmas Eve. We wait for the first star. Aw, what if it's cloudy? So explain the waiting for the first star. I've never heard that before. So you get everybody around a table, and I take a present and I wrap it in saran wrap and multiple boxes and layers of tape, and you have to put on oven mitts and then put on a Santa hat and then use just the oven mitt to try and open up the box and get through all the layers. The person to the left is rolling 2 die. If they get matching numbers on the die, they grab the hat, they grab the oven mitt, and you go around the table, and then the person who opens it ends up winning. And I always try and put like a pretty cool present in there. I've given away Alexas. I think I gave a Kindle one year. But I always try and put something fun. Same thing with the white elephant. I am not a jokey white elephant gift giver. Like, I think, because sometimes people get, it's funny for a second, but then you're like, oh, that person got something super cool. So I always try and make white elephant gifts super cool too. So it's a Polish tradition, usually around 4 or when the food is ready. So Grace, my best friend, who I've known for 40 years, she lives up by you. She lives up in Connecticut. She's Polish. I have to ask her about that, if that's something that she does. Lorraine does Christmas Eve every year, traditional Italian dinner. We have to add filet mignon. Some family members don't eat fish. Christmas Day, head over to my brother's. Yeah, the fish thing, that's very much an Italian thing. I think the no meat on Christmas, it is a tradition that goes back eons. And it's actually it should be sort of backwards now. Like, you didn't eat meat because meat was very expensive. And so you sort of gave that up for Christmas. Now fish is really expensive, so we don't eat meat, but we'll do like lobster and shrimp and crab as appetizers. So but it doesn't matter. It's just part of the tradition. But no meat. We very much do the no meat. Go to my mom's, Christmas Day with my dad. Moved down to Virginia. Yeah, it's hard when people move when they get older. God? Is that you? Oh. We watched Polar Express with hot cocoa. Yeah, so last night we played, my daughter loves Monopoly. We played Monopoly and we watched Muppet Christmas Carol. And then we'll have Christmas movies on like throughout the week. My Christmas Day breakfast. So I don't go to Walt Disney World. Christmas Day is, because my brother's over at night, Christmas Day is just the 4 of us. I try and save, a little present, or I'll put a little something in like my kids' stockings, just so they have something else to open on. Because we do open up our presents Christmas Eve, so I like to have something them for open on Christmas Day. Grandkids have a sleepover in the basement with their parents for one night after Christmas. We go to Red Lobster on Christmas Eve, the Star of Bethlehem, crowning our kings, ring the star over Christmas. Feels good to have traditions. Grace, I agree with you 1,000%. Tradition is so important. If you don't have one, start one. Like, be the person that starts that tradition with your friends, with your family, whatever it might be, because when you're a kid, you might think that they're silly, and when you're an adult, you realize just how important and meaningful they really are. Nothing wrong with getting a few side dishes from Real Eagle before going to Teppan Edo. Teppan Edo is where I'm going tonight. It is my week before Christmas Eve tradition that I'm starting today. We can do this. We'll make this the December 17th tradition, is to go for hibachi, just the way Jesus intended. I think Mary and Joseph, the week before, like when they were on their way to Bethlehem, I think they stopped at a Benihana and had, she was craving some hibachi on the way to giving birth to Jesus. So you watch Christmas Story over and over and over. It's on 24 hours on Christmas Eve. Yeah, so what is like your ultimate Christmas movie? I have like new favorites and I have old favorites. Like there is I will cry at It's a Wonderful Life every single time. I still love the original. Give me black and white, Miracle on 34th Street. But I do love Elf. I really love, really love Muppet Christmas Carol. I think it's such a, like, it's so funny, but it's heartwarming, and Michael Caine is spectacular. I watched Spirited the year it first came out. I have to see it again to see if it still was as funny to me now, but it's not like in necessarily the Christmas rotation. I haven't seen White Christmas in eons. I have to go back to seeing some of the older ones. Holiday Inn, God, I haven't seen Holiday Inn in ages. The Santa Claus was on last night while my kids' friends were over, but I didn't actually get to sit down and watch it. Yeah, I don't know if my kids have ever seen White Christmas. Yeah, I don't know if my kids have ever seen White Christmas, so I'll have to get on showing them that. Sometimes it's hard for kids to show some of the olds, but my kids, they're relatively old souls, and I think they would sit down and appreciate it. So Mary and Joseph had hibachi matzo. Yeah, it's on one of the missing scrolls from the New Testament, but I have a core group of movies. Miracle on 34th, the original, Die Hard. So Michael Dolan, I've come to a decision, and I'm going to just sort of plant my flag, and we can have this conversation. Die Hard is not a Christmas movie. And there's certain criteria, which I don't need to get into all of them, but there's two things I think that are most important. Is Christmas critical to the story? And it's not. This can happen. They could have been having an office party for just having an office party. It could have been St. Patrick's Day, it could have been New Year's Eve, it could have been July 4th, it could have been the boss's birthday. It's not critical to the story. The other problem is, if you say Die Hard is a Christmas movie, you are setting the bar for other movies that just happen to take place at Christmas, but I think do not qualify as Christmas movies. So I think you potentially set, look how serious I'm about Die Hard. I think you potentially set a bar at a level that it should not be at if you call that a Christmas movie. So I decided this in my car the other day as I was driving to a meeting. I went through this argument internally, and I am going to say Die Hard is not a Christmas movie. Ho, ho, ho. Yippee-ki-yay. Yeah, so Mickey's Christmas Carol, that was on last night. Love that. Christmas Vacation, without a doubt, it is a must watch. And it's funny, the scene in Christmas Vacation that I always used to not like was when Clark gets stuck upstairs in the attic and goes back and watches old movies. Like, it's a dip, right? It's an emotional dip in the movie, and it's sad. And yet I find myself now, as an empty nester, this happened to me last week. I was looking for a photo in Google Photos, and it's like, oh, here's memories from Christmases 15 years ago. I'm weeping like Clark Griswold all over my keyboard because I'm seeing my kids having their moments at Christmas. And it's funny because this year I was trying to think of something to get my kids, and in the past I've been able to have those movie moments where you surprise your son with the PlayStation you didn't think he was going to get. You surprise your daughter, and there's that level of just pure joy and excitement that if you're a parent, you're a grandparent, you're a friend, you're an uncle, aunt, it doesn't matter. You know that moment, you're like, oh, that's it. It was worth everything I needed to do to get that Turbo Man, to get that PlayStation, and have that just freak out, pure joy moment. And I'm like, my kids are 22 and 20. It's hard to sort of replicate that at this stage of the game. I'm not gonna put a bow on a car in the front yard. And it's not about the size of the gift or the price of the gift, but what is that thing that is gonna make them just go freak out the same way? And I don't know that I've found it yet. I've got a week and Amazon Prime to hopefully try and make some sort of moment like that happen again. And maybe I just have to have my come to Jesus moment and realize that those days are unfortunately in the past. So It's a winter movie, but Mickey Mouse, Prince, and the Pauper as a look. I think there is no sort of hard and fast rule. If you watch it at Christmas and it makes you happy at Christmas, it's a Christmas movie. Like my conversation about Die Hard is very tongue in cheek, right? Who cares? Who cares if it's a quote unquote Christmas movie or not? Call whatever you want to be a Christmas movie. It's the thing. If it's a thing that you guys watch at Christmas or you look forward to, then it's a Christmas movie. I don't think, in the grand scheme of things, it really matters all that much. So, I've also come to like Polar Express. My kids used to watch it as kids when they were really young, and we watched it again last year. And I liked Polar Express. What really has become a Christmas tradition I wish that I could do every year and I haven't is right there. It is Candlelight processional. I haven't gotten a chance to go over the past couple of years. Sometimes I'd get invited to like a media day and I'd be able to go see it. And life just has a way of getting in the way and I haven't been able to. And as I walked by tonight, my pace slowed a lot because I wanted to hear it. And there are certain songs and certain moments in there with that choir singing that just wonderfully wreck me. And I wish I could sort of make it, and maybe that's on me, to make sure I make it a tradition to come and see it every year. So, Midnight Mass. So Michael, because we celebrate Christmas Eve at my house, we've never done Midnight Mass. And the Italian Catholic guilt in me gets me every year, but it's just not part of the way we've always done things. And I'm sometimes sad I don't get to do that. Sue from Mouse Fan says it's one of the most moving events ever in Disney, absolutely favorite thing to do. I'm with you. I need to try and make sure I find an opportunity to come back and do it, even if I don't get a seat, even if I just stand in the back. And there's different, obviously, different narrators bringing something a little different. I watched a little clip of Henry Winkler the other day and just loved what he brought. I love when the narrators share personal stories and it clearly is meaningful to them to be there and what the Christmas story means to them. So I'm watching as people behind me, making sure my family's not trying to sneak up behind me as well too. Plus I have to go soon because it is almost dinner time. Andrew Prince, I love Andrew and Vanessa Prince. Like if Santa had his list of naughty and nice people, and then like super nice people, Andrew and his mom would be at the very near the top, not the tippy top, very near the tippy top of the nicest people on that list. Kelly, it is not ticketed. It is first come, first serve, or you can get a candlelight dinner dining package. There's a few different restaurants. You can get a dining package, you go eat, and then you get stickers, and you have reserved seating, which is some of the best seating up there. So the line for the 8:15 show, you line up on both sides of the American Garden Theater. We came from, because we do it right, we came from the, I do World Showcase clockwise, so we were coming from like Norway. The line for the 8:15 show at 6:45 was down to Germany. So the shows, if you don't have reserved seating from a dining package, you need to get there very, very, very early. It's worth it. It is worth it. You can even stand in the back. Sometimes just standing in the back, but being close up and watching that choir and watching those incredibly gifted performers and the conductors, and watch the ASL sign language interpreters. They are fantastic. They are as much gifted performers as anybody else up on that stage. And I saw one of them, I forget her name, so forgive me. I saw her not here, I saw her at another event. And I walked over to her and I just I was like, I just want to let you know, like, you are so gifted. And I'm crying in front of this woman. I go and I found myself watching you even more than I was watching the narrators. It was more than I was watching because she's so like emotionally vested in it. And I love, love, love seeing that. So next time you come, especially if you can sit close to the front off to one of the sides, you can see the ASL interpreters, and they are remarkably good. So, all right. So we've got Christmas traditions. We've got Christmas movies. I'll ask you the last question of the night. What is the best or your favorite Christmas song? Give me your favorite Christmas song, and then you can tell me your favorite Christmas food. What is your favorite Christmas song? And for those of you who are about to say Jingle Bells, do you know Jingle Bells is not a Christmas song? Do you know Jingle Bells is a song written for Thanksgiving? I'm full of useless information, just like that. So, yeah, Jingle Bells is, it has not, if you listen to it, it has nothing to do with Christmas. There's no mention of Christmas or anything in there at all. So, Hannah Bird says, "Oh, Holy Night." Christine Olberg is also in there. Glenn Krasinski says, probably something off Muppets with John Denver. Joy to the World gets a few votes. There's a few at Candlelight that, man, I am happy that I'm sitting in the dark, because it just like, and it, I think you can find, it is a, oh God, I'm just drawing a blank on her name. I can see her. You can find it on Spotify, and it is with, oh God, Felicia Rashad. It's Felicia Rashad. It took me a while to get there. I'm old and hungry. White Christmas, Little Drummer Boy. Little Drummer Boy used to make me so sad as a kid. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Christmas Baby, Please Come Back. I've never heard that before. David Letterman, Silent Night, Stunning and Simple. Oh, Holy Night, Joy to the World. Zooey Deschanel singing Santa Claus is Coming to Town in Elf. I like that. I also cry every time, Andrew Klein, so it's okay. Henry Winkler made me cry. Yeah, I liked what I saw from Henry Winkler. Fall on Your Knees. That's it, man. Castle Run, Fall on Your Knees. When they hit that here, I cannot come and watch that with you, because you will see a weepy Lou Mangello. And you know what? It's fine. I'm okay with it. Trans-Siberian Christmas Canon with the children singing. That's what it is. It's the children singing. Go watch Home Alone, and when the kids are singing in the church, yeah. White Christmas, Little Drummer Boy, Cassie Tugger in Magic Kingdom. I can only imagine, if it's anything like here, what the crowds must be like. The Kid in Me loves I Want a Hippopotamus for Christmas. I never understood that. Anything with Kenny G for Christmas. Yeah, any kids choir is always going to get it. Sue Pastor, I'm a sucker for any Christmas song. It's insane. Cassie Tucker, it's wild here. It took me forever just to find this little spot in, thankfully, Japan to call home, because it is it's a sea of humanity. It is a sea of humanity. And Candlelight is just getting started. Again, I'm sure you can't hear it from here, but that's one of the things I like about being in Japan, is that if you sit, so I'm on the lower level, if you sit over there, you can get sort of through the trees a little bit, but you can get a view of Candlelight from here. St. Patrick's Cathedral Choir, Silver Bells. Wow, don't bring up the Christmas shoes. Gary Sinise is a phenomenal narrator for Candlelight. One More Sleep Till Christmas, Muppet Christmas Carol. Vince Guardi Trito for the Charlie Brown Christmas. So Carol, tonight's Candlelight Processional, forgive me, it's Laura something. I heard somebody say that she's a Christian singer. I don't know who it is, unfortunately. Do I own an ugly Christmas sweater? I do. I have a, let me see. Well, I have like, I don't know where I got it. I have a like a Deadpool Christmas sweatshirt. I guess that sort of counts. But I have a Christmas sweater. It's not necessarily ugly, but it could sort of. It's festive. Let's just say it's festive. But I wasn't going to wear it to the park. Plus, I'm hot in this. It's warm again tonight. It felt like winter for like 3 or 4 days, and then it's been 74 again in the afternoon. It is not a Greece Christmas sweater. Do I have footy pajamas? Not anymore, or at least not that I care to admit. Laura Daigle, that's it. Thank you, Chuck Leinberger of Mouse Fan Travel fame. Yeah, I'm not familiar with who she is. Oh, you know who else is really good that I've seen? Edward James Olmos was remarkably good. I know everybody loves or loved Neil Patrick Harris. Really loved Gary Sinise. And God, there was somebody else that I saw that I don't remember who it was, but I like the fact that he injected like his own personal stories, and you can see like he was singing along and he was genuinely moved by what was going on around, because it is a very moving moment, and they should not move it to Pittsburgh. They should keep it right here. Gary Sinise is tomorrow and Friday. Yeah, it's going to be, you better line up now if you want to see Gary Sinise tomorrow, because he always draws a big crowd. Can you hear that in the background at all? It's just sort of like the processional orchestra. What time is it, by the way? What time is it? I think I'm gonna have to go soon, but maybe I could. I'm going to walk you over there and see the candlelight. Let's do this. You don't need to keep looking at my ugly mug all night long. Let's do this. I got a few minutes. A couple minutes before my dining reservation, so let's see if we can just get a little bit of a view of Candlelight.
Merry Christmas.
You too. Thank you, random stranger.
Just wandering. I already have digested it. On my throat. It's a Christmas tree.
In a minute.
So what does it take to get back from here now?
Everyone, it is with great pleasure that we ask you to please welcome to the stage this evening's special guest narrator for the Epcot Candlelight Processional, Lauren Daigle.
I wish I could stay and watch the whole thing. More importantly, I wish I could bring it to you and share it with you, but unfortunately I do have a dinner reservation that I do have to get to tonight. Maybe I can find another day before Christmas to come back, and share it with you for those of you who can't get here. Listen, next week, next Wednesday, is Christmas Eve, and I'm going to spend it with my family, and you are family, but they probably would think it rude of me if I went live on Christmas Eve, and hopefully, whether you celebrate or not, you are spending next Wednesday, Christmas Eve, Hanukkah, whatever it is that you're celebrating, with or surrounded by, or in the thoughts of the ones that you love and the ones that love you back. Know that there is a 7-year-old boy trapped in a much older body here in Florida that loves you and appreciates you and is grateful for you, even now more so this time of year when all the feels sort of rise up to the top. It has been a remarkable year that we have been able to spend and share together. And if this is the last time we see each other before the end of the year, know how much I love and appreciate you, and I hope that you have enjoyed coming along with me on the many adventures that you have gifted me. Everything I get to do is thanks to and because of you, and I hope that anything that I've done has hopefully brought you a little bit of happiness, a little bit of maybe a distraction from real life, and as much joy as you bring me, and it does brings me to be able to do it for and with you. There's a lot of incredible things planned for 2026. So wait, if next Wednesday is Christmas Eve, the Wednesday after is going to be New Year's Eve, I don't know I'm going to be able to go live then either. Oh my God, now I'm going to get all sad because it's the end of the year. This might be the last time we see each other. I'll try and go live again before then, but if this is the last time for this year, thanks to each and every one of you, individually and collectively. You have created a very special community and family here, and I am just grateful to be able to be a very small part of it. Sue and Grace and Lori and all of you. Becky's not here, I don't think, tonight. Mouse Fan Travel, none of this happens without you. We're going to, I think, our 19th year of working and playing together, and we've got some really cool things planned for the year and years ahead. And as always, if there's ever anything, and I mean this sincerely, if there's ever anything I can do for you, please reach out. Just email me, lou@wwradio.com, and I promise I will not only answer, but I will do my best to try and help you. Oh God, between the end of the year and the Candlelight processional, I'm gonna get all kinds of like stupid. So I'm gonna turn the camera on for 1 second and let you just take a listen. But I love you and I appreciate you, and I hope that you have an amazing holiday and incredible New Year. See ya. Amen, baby. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.